Hi there. I'm going to do a couple more problems from section 3.1 that some of the students were having some troubles with, and being able to show you some strategies on calculations. The first one is this one here. So let me just pull it up real quick to show you. So this one says a sector of a circle has a central angle of 60 degrees. Find the area if the radius is 3 miles. And so this aspect here would be, we have a circle, and if this is 3 miles, and the angle is 60 degrees. So the strategy here is you have 1/2 r squared times theta. And theta needs to be in radians. And so that's really the tricky part here. So you have 1/2 3 squared. And so you have 60 degrees. And to get radians, it would be pi on the top, 180 on the bottom. So when you do this calculation, 60 goes in the 180 3 times. So we end up with 1/2, and then you have 9, and then you have pi over 3. So 3 goes in the 9 3 times. So this answer should be 3 pi over 2 miles squared. So I think the strategy here is to make sure that you convert the angle from degrees to radians before you plug that back in. Okay, problem number 2. So this one was given, and I'll just do one of these, where you have to find the area of that particular figure. So let's do the first one, because that's pretty much what we just did, except here we have a radius of 8 and an angle of 72 degrees. So again, it's 1/2 r squared times theta, where again, theta has to be in radians. So that would be 1/2 8 squared. And then we have 72. And to convert that, you would have pi over 180. And so what do we have here? We have 1/2. We have 64. We have 72. And we have pi, and we divide all that by 180. And so 9 times 8 is 72, so that would be an 8. And that would be 20, right? 20 times 9 is 180. So that would be a 4. That would be a 10. That would be a 2. That would be a 5. And then these 2's would cancel. And so it looks like you end up with 64 pi over 5. So again, a lot of stuff to deal with the fractions. The one on the other one, in this particular problem, was actually a little bit nicer, because if you see this problem, it's given as a radius of 18. And the angle is in the radius is 18, and the angle is in radians, 0.5. So that's 1/2 18 squared times 0.5. So get out your calculator and rock and roll with that one. So let's see what the next one is. So this says find the radius of a circle if the arc length is 9 feet and the circle subtends a central angle of 135. So the way this one is set up, you would have an angle here of 135. Let me start over. So that's about an angle of 135 degrees. And we're looking for R. And we have the arc length is S. And so again, I don't need to memorize these formulas. Let me just double check what it is, make sure I don't screw this one up. Yes, so the arc length is R times theta, and again, theta has to be in radians. So when you do this, you have the arc length is 9, so you have 9 equals R, and so we have 135 degrees, and then you have pi over 180 to get it into radians. So what is 135 and 180? I believe that 45 goes into 135. 135, 45 divide is 3, right? So this would be R 3 pi over 4 equals 9. So what do we do? Well, to get R by itself, we multiply each side by that reciprocal, which would be 4 over 3 pi. So in this case, R equals 9 times 4 over 3 pi. So these 3's would cancel up here. So you end up with 12 over pi. And so this one asks you to round it to 2 decimal points. So it'd be 12 and pi divide. So I got 3.819. And so two decimal points, this 9 would make that a 2. So I got 3.82 feet. And so that does that problem. And let's see what the last one is. So the last one I'm going to do is one that deals with coterminal angles. So this one states, let me share this. Is you're looking for an angle between 0 and 2 pi, right? That's coterminal with this angle. So how do you find an angle that's coterminal? Well, you first either add 2 pi to it or subtract 2 pi to it. Now, if you look at this, 19 pi over 6 is bigger than 2 pi, right? Because if you divide 19 into 6, I get 3.166. So it would be 3.166 pi. So that's bigger than 2 pi. So if you want it to be a smaller angle between 0 and 2 pi, the logical thing would be to subtract the 2 pi to get it within the values that the problem is asking. So the strategy would be 19 pi over 6 minus 2 pi. Find the common denominator, it'd be 19 pi over 6, and common denominator 6, so that would be 12 pi over 6. And 19 minus 12 is 7, so that would be 7 pi over 6. That's showing a few more problems in chapter 3.1 for your class. I hope this helps.